Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Natalia Leigh. I'm an indie author and the managing editor at Enchanted Ink Publishing, and welcome back to another writing vlog. It's been quite a while since my last one, and I think my intention was to film release day for my contemporary romance, which came out near the end of July. I don't think I did that. I don't think I got any footage from that release day. I can't remember why though. I think something was going on that day. Let me look back. And I did not. I can't remember what it was. I think something was going on. Like Mew wasn't feeling well or something, and it was just a bit of a stressful day, and I didn't end up filming. But my contemporary romance came out at the end of July, so I now have 4 books published under my pen name, and I am well on my way to finishing a couple more books to publish under that pen name. So I wanted to kind of get you caught up on that. Let's see where we're at with my contemporary. So if you are kind of new around here, or if you haven't watched my recent videos, the contemporary romance that I just published at the end of July was book 1 in what is going to be an interconnected series of standalones. So we'll get cameos and, you know, those brief appearances from characters in the other novels, but each novel will be centered around a unique couple. And yeah, so I have been working on the second book in that interconnected standalone series. Let me get this pulled up and see where we're at with this one. It's been a couple of days since I worked on this. I think the last day I worked on this one was Thursday. Today is Monday, if I didn't mention that, Monday, August 12th. So this book is sitting at 55,960 words. So let's round up and say it's sitting at about 56,000 words. And I believe I am in the 3rd act out of 4. Yep, I just am about to, in this next chapter, I'm about to break into Act 3, and I use a 4-act structure for my romance novels, and I kind of broke that down, I think, in my How I Outline a Romance Novel video, so I will have that down below. But there's honestly quite a lot left in this book. It is turning out to be a longer book than the last 4 I wrote. So I essentially have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 more chapters, and I'm already sitting at 56,000 words. So it would not surprise me if this book ended up around 70,000 words, which is definitely longer than the others I have written over the past year, year and a half. And then also in one of my previous videos, I just kind of vaguely mentioned that I was getting ideas for a series of novellas that I wanted to write. They were going to be cozy, witchy, kind of like good feeling, spicy romance set in a witchy world. And I was so excited about those books that I ended up outlining the first one, and I almost fully outlined the second one, and I have vague outlines for books 3 and 4. And I actually went ahead and started writing book 1 of that novella series, and I've made quite good progress over the past few days. I started this one on Friday or Saturday, and I'm already sitting at 7,672 words. I'm not sure at this point how long these are going to be, but I think about 25,000 words, 25, maybe 30,000 words would be a really good spot for these. I want them to be quick reads. I want it to be something that you can like pour yourself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and sit down and, you know, read for 3 or 4 hours and you finish the whole book. And I want it to just be something that really feels good when a reader is sitting down to enjoy it. Very low stress, very low stakes, absolutely a cozy through and through, but with that spicy romance element as well. So I am working on these. I'm sitting at 7,672 words. And at this point, for months, I had release dates You know, I always was looking forward to release dates, and I had pre-orders set up for every single book that I've published in the last, 12 months. And I currently do not have any pre-orders going, and I do not have any release dates actually set up on my calendar. But I do have, I'm pulling up my publication schedule here. And I am wondering, initially my plan was to finish the second contemporary by the end of August. I don't know if I'm going to get there, but I do know that I could definitely finish the first draft of this first Witchy novella. I'm thinking at this point that I might shift focus a little bit to these Witchy novellas, because I think I can write and edit those a lot faster, especially considering this contemporary I'm working on. It handles some heavier themes, especially compared to the contemporary that I just published. That contemporary, it was a little bit of like a fast burn. There was a lot going on and it was moving really fast, and that helped me write it quickly as well. This contemporary is definitely, it has heavier themes. It has some themes of grief and of guilt that people struggle with, and just these themes are slowing it down. It's a deeper story. It needs to be done carefully, and I have been, really writing it carefully, but I know that I'm not going to be able to get that one published as quickly as my other books. So I don't think it'll be done in August. Even if I were able to finish it in August, which I don't think is what's going to happen, I would essentially, looking at this publication calendar, I would be looking at publication end of January 2025. So I don't think this new contemporary will be out this year, but I do know that I could get one, maybe two, August, September, October, November, December, probably at least two of these Witchy novellas published this year, just because I think they're going to go so fast. They're really easy to write. They are fun. I'm having a really good time with it. And I've learned that I have enough discipline when it comes to my writing that I know I can take little breaks from projects and not fear not getting back to it and not finishing it. So when I'm really feeling like I have a lot of excitement and energy for a project, I've learned to allow myself to explore that and to kind of go with that energy and go where the energy is taking me, and it has served me really well over the past year. I mean, I have written and published 4 books since October 2023. So I've published 4 books in less than a year, and that is the fastest I have ever written before, the fastest I've ever published before, and these are by far the best books I've ever written. So I'm finding kind of that rhythm for myself, and right now that rhythm and that energy is directing me toward these cozy seasonal witchy novellas, and I'm just so excited about it. So that is my little update. I have been very hard at work. EIP is keeping me very, very busy. I am working on a line edit right now. I intend to have that finished up this week. And then I have a short manuscript critique, and then I'm going to be transitioning into a copy edit for a client that I have worked with, I don't know, I think on like 5 or 6 books now. I love her books, so I think this is the 6th book, because I did a duology and a trilogy, and then I did the first book of a new series, and then I think this is the 2nd book of that series. A duology, a trilogy. So this might actually be the 7th book that I'm editing for her. It has been years that we've been working together, so I will be starting that one, I think, here in a week or 2, week and a half, something like that. So I have quite a lot of projects going. The entire editing team is busy. Our cover designers are busy. Greg is totally, like, his whole schedule is full with formatting, so the business is feeling really good right now. Yeah, kind of like good, healthy chaos, if that makes sense. Organized chaos, and everybody is just working really hard at everything. So as always, if you're looking for editing, cover design, or formatting services, you can come check us out at www.enchantedinkpublishing.com. We are booking editing into, I want to say we have very limited availability for late 2024. maybe like 2 slots or 1 slot maybe. Most of our editors are booking into 2025 at this point. So we're booking out really quick. If you want to get on our editing calendar, now is the time to do so. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Greg and I need to do some finance organization and prep for our accountant. We've been putting it off for far too long. So I think I'm gonna pour myself a cup of tea and sit down with him, and we're gonna do some finance stuff because it needs to get done before we meet with our accountant, I think in like a month. So I will keep up to date with you, and also I do plan to have a Q&A going here very soon. Thank you to everybody who left questions on my previous video. I am gonna have that Q&A out maybe even before this video. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, let's get into this writing vlog, shall we?
Float my way across the great divide and be buried in you. I've been looking far and wide for what I gotta prove, and putting peaks in my rear view. Well, it's colder here than anyone told me the South could get, and I took to staying up real late and smoking cigarettes.
Hello friends, happy Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, August 14th, and I haven't checked in with you in a couple days. It is about 4 p.m. I just finished up work for the day. It was a little bit of a weird work day because Microsoft Word is no longer playing nice on my Mac. The problem started a few months ago, and I did a fresh install of the Microsoft Suite, and that fixed the problem. But I did a fresh install today. It didn't solve the problem. All of my documents are lagging, like to the point where I cannot do my work. So Greg helped me get, we have an extra desktop, so Greg helped me get that all set up today. I got Microsoft Word downloaded on it, and I'm gonna start working on that tomorrow. So it just made for a little bit of a weird work day. That being said, I did want to let you know where I am sitting in this brand new manuscript, this Witchy novella that I am working on, because I'm making really good progress on it, and it's coming along honestly even faster than I thought it was going to. This first draft is currently sitting at 10,433 words, and I have not yet written anything today. This morning was just like I typically write in the mornings, but my routine was just kind of off this morning, so I didn't end up writing before work, but I would like to write tonight. I have been writing in the evenings a little bit as my eyes kind of permit, but I am very excited about where this manuscript is going. You know, I'm already 10,000 words in, and I think I just started it about a week ago, maybe. I cannot even remember when I started this. So actually, I created this document on August 8th, so I have not even been working on this for a week yet, and I am already over 10,000 words in. I am working on chapter, I want to say 8. Yep, I am a few pages into chapter 8, and I am closing in on the midpoint at, 10,500 words. So the midpoint is chapter 10. I'm working on chapter 8. So if I assume I write a few more thousand words to get up to that midpoint, then we would probably be looking at about 25,000 words for this novella, and that feels good to me, especially considering this is going to be a series of 4 novellas. I'm going to put out 4 ebooks, and then once the entire series is done, I am going to combine them all into one like special edition hardcover probably. So then that hardcover, let's assume that, each novella will be about 25,000 words. That would be about 100,000 words in a nice kind of special edition hardcover version of the series, and I think that would be perfect. So people can either just opt for KU reads or opt for the ebook, or they can get the really nice hardcover version. So that is where we are sitting. I have dinner going already. I am making a roasted vegetable spinach salad. Very excited about it. I might take you outside with me to go harvest some spinach. Because I haven't been filming like at all for this channel or my other channel, I haven't been keeping up with showing you kind of what's going on around the property and in our lives. And I have had a very, very good year in the garden. This is the best the garden has ever done. This is my 3rd year gardening here at our home, and I'm very excited about what the garden is doing this year. I have so much spinach that I have been harvesting it like crazy, and I cannot keep up with how much spinach I have. I've even offered, just the other day, I offered spinach to one of our neighbors, but I don't think she really wanted spinach because she has not taken me up on my offer of giving her a bunch of spinach. So I might have to offer it to some of the other neighbors around here as well, because the bed is just like overflowing with spinach. So I will need to go outside and harvest about 6 cups of spinach for our dinner tonight. So I'll probably take you with me. I have been struggling really bad with kind of like, I guess seasonal allergies would be a good name for it. I mowed the pasture the other day, last week, or at least I mowed a section of our pasture that had been kind of overrun with mountain sage. And even though the sage is beautiful and it smells amazing, it is just taking over the pasture. So we're trying to cut back on it, but I'm also very, very allergic to it. So even though I had like an N95 mask on, that wasn't good enough. So I think next time I'll probably have to wear like a painter's mask. That's what Greg thinks that I should probably wear next time I mow. So despite wearing like that N95 and having a hat and a hood and like trying to cover my face, I had a really bad allergic reaction. It lasted for a few days, and I'm still really struggling with like sinus inflammation. So that's the other really fun thing that's been going on. But yeah, I am going to probably pour myself a cup of tea or a glass of water because I'm really hungry. Might grab some crackers or something, and I am going to start working on chapter 8 of my the first witchy novella in my new series, and we will see how it goes. Size too.